Sorry for
Hey,
the
hey,
delay.
hey.
Well, my
Just
notes
another,
mentioned
another late
might
night. That's all. We're
it
good.
is. Mm-hmm.
Little itch. Hey, welcome to Girl
Yeah,
Chat
like my
Sports
notes.
with Mo and Mel. We appreciate you. If you are catching the show, make sure you tap on in, share it. It's free to share. Share it with your friends, share it with family, share it with everyone. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girl Chat Sports. Find us on all social media at Girl Chat Sports. And we thank you for
Definitely.
joining us. Yes, we got a good show today. A lot has been happening in sports. It seems like there's been some big baseball news every week. We come in, we can talk about the NBA in-season tournament. Most Lakers with the
Yes, and
win,
I went.
for Dodgers with a big win. We got Vegas sports. Shout out to the UNLV Running Rebels who just beat number 8 Creighton here in Las Vegas, which
Nice.
is big time
It
for them
is.
since they have been struggling this season. We'll talk a little bit about this ongoing college football playoff drama. You know, the college football playoffs start this weekend. Is or not the bowl games start this
Start this
weekend,
weekend. Yeah, I was about to say
but
it's
there's
bold.
still some college football stuff going on. There was a Heisman Trophy winner. The WNBA draft lottery took place this weekend. We've got a handful of jugadoras. Some are already getting fined or getting removed from their sport for the moment. Of course, you got football. The injuries keep piling up. I got a special Gridiron Heights for you. It's the B team, and we're going to show that video too. So we got to get into it. And then, of course, we're going to talk about a little bit too what's keeping me and Mo going, literally.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, so we got a special shout out to Magic Mind, this special little shot that's
I
been doing
know,
wonders. I
man.
don't know if you can't even see, but it's,
I know.
yeah,
You
we're going
can't
to
really
talk
see
about
it too well, but it's like a little green bottle.
it. We're
Just
going to
in
talk
season.
about it.
Yes.
Let's just get into it first. So tonight in Vegas, you know, we've had the F1, we've had all this stuff happening, all these the in-season tournament. But the big news today is tonight at midnight, the Fountain Blue finally opens. This has been like 2 decades long in the process. The Fountain Blue has been sitting as like this eyesore on the north end of the strip. And tonight is going down. They've got the blue carpet happening right now. From what I heard, I already had it, Natalie, because Tom Brady's in the house. The
Okay.
goat's here. Yeah,
Well,
all
I'm
the
showing up
Miami
for it.
people are out here trying to see the Las Vegas connection. Uh, hey, listen, I'm all for going to it. I want to check it out. I definitely don't need to be there today because it sounds like it's going to be chaotic. They're not letting people park there or take lifts or Ubers there until like 2 or 3 in the morning. The grand opening, I think, is like 11 o'clock at night or midnight. So it's
Yeah.
wild. Yeah, but it's good to see it finally opening. We're going to have Live here in Vegas, the club like they have in Miami. And of course, there'll be some great pool times there, I'm sure, that we'll see as well. So,
Supposed to be a small club from what I hear. It's not as big as the one in Miami. It's a little smaller.
well, I'm sure the space wise doesn't fit it, but hey, I mean,
It's still gonna be a
hey,
turn up, I'm sure. I
it's
see
something
Vegas is
new and shiny in Vegas to look at. So,
it
people
definitely
are.
is. It definitely is. I mean, listen, I feel like you have to be dressed up to go to this place. And so I'm not going until I can get poshed up right and proper because from what I see on the details of the inside of it, it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna put my best on and Dutch
Absolutely.
foot forward and my best foot forward. That doesn't get me penalized. My best foot forward and check it out for sure.
It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure. What's up, Jonathan Watson? We appreciate you tuning in, of
Hey,
course.
what's up?
Yes,
What's
yes,
up?
yes. Also, so the college football players, we know FSU fans as well as most of Florida felt like they got betrayed by not getting into the college football playoffs. Well, it was announced that the Attorney General of Florida, shout out Girl Power, Ashley Moody is launching an investigation into the college football playoff selection committee over their decision to leave them out the top 4. Her office's investigation is going to examine the committee and what was involved in the anti-competitive conduct. She believes the committee's decisions are partial and that their office is demanding answers. Clearly, it's not going to change nothing, but I don't know what else you're trying to do. I'm not sure what.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
fight the good fight if you think it's gonna happen. I mean, you wouldn't take it if you didn't think something could
Hey,
happen. But I
you
doubt
got to do
anything
what
is
you
gonna
got to do.
happen. But if
It's
you like it, I
wild.
love it. Go for it.
You're right. Do you, boo? Do you make it happen? Make those Floridians proud of you. Hey, new Heisman. Shout out to Jaden Daniels,
Yes.
LSU, from Inland Empire out in California. So he's a West Coast boy living the dream. Got the Heisman Trophy. Of course, he beat out my guy Michael Penix Jr. And it was kind of expected. It was sucks that he did, but listen, after post ceremony, the only thing that you really saw on social media wasn't necessarily about Jaden winning. It was about Michael Penix's suit. The suit, the purple velvet suit with all of his teammates and coaches' names inside of the suit, was really the talk of the show. That was it. End of story. Period. Blank. That's
Haven't
all.
we seen that before? Didn't somebody else do
I
that?
think I think we've seen other
Somebody
people
else did
do
that
it.
on NBA draft, right?
Maybe. I know we've seen stuff inside the suit before. Like I know Jane had he had his own he put himself in his jacket with the Heisman pose. So there were some comparisons about, the one QB that's doing it for himself and the one QB that's shown doing it for the team. But either which way, congrats to those young men, all
Oh,
of them for making it
absolutely.
that far. And we're still dogs over here heading into those college football playoffs. So congrats to him. The draft, the WNBA draft lottery, the draft is actually going to take place in April, I believe. The lottery results are in. Indiana gets the number 1 seed for the second year in a row. Sparks, Mercury Storm. The question is Caitlin Clark going to leave school after this season and join the draft, or will she use the last year of her eligibility? What's going to be best for her?
Well, the thing of it is it depends on how the season of Iowa works out for her. Are they gonna win championship or not? And if it's not championship or bust, then why not go and
Why
put your name
not?
in
Yeah.
and do it now before you risk yourself of knock on wood, injury or anything else the future may hold for you.
Well,
Go
we
for it.
don't know what's gonna happen with that one. There's gonna be some talent in the pool. The thing is now with the COVID year and the eligibility getting an extra year, you've got other players. You still got Angel Reese. You've got what's the other girl's name over there?
You got quite a
There's a
few, but you don't want to get
they've got,
waived either because none of these people are leaving their positions. So I don't
no,
know.
it should be
Then our
interesting.
NIL money, it just depends. There's so many factors to this. I don't know.
And she just signed a deal with Gatorade. She's only the 4th collegiate player, the second woman to do it.
See, she's getting bag
Going with
anyway.
Gatorade.
She may hold
But
off.
she could take that bag to the WNBA too. It's not like I don't think that's going to change. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, shut up, mom. Mom's out here watching.
Hey, holiday time.
Yeah, mom's gonna be out here next weekend. You guys, watch out.
Oh,
Joby
mom's
does
about
Vegas.
to. Oh yeah, you gotta take her to Durango and you gotta take her to
It might
the
have
Fountain Blue.
to. Might have
Yeah,
to.
you
We'll see
gotta
how
see
that
that while
goes.
she's here. She definitely gotta see it.
Hey, let's get some Hugadoras. So we actually have more than a couple or more than just one this year. So this week, Turkish club. So we're talking soccer, football.
Yeah.
So the Turkish club president went on the field and punched one of the referees after his Super League game. He went on the field, punched the referee, and left, and then quit. He quit his position. Like it's never been heard of. That's like, I mean, Robert Kraft coming down from his box for the Patriots and coming on the field and throwing something at one of the. Now Jerry Jones, I could see maybe doing that, but
Right.
when the refs ain't going his way. So yeah, that's interesting. This guy right here, boy. DK, when the season first started, he had this big spiel on how he was, he had taken ASL lessons. He was learning sign language. He was going to talk smack using sign, and he did it for like a game or two. But then the Niners game came. Fred Warner got under his skin. Fred said that he basically told him that his tackles were well, which of course was probably a smart little self saying. But he said it's unfortunate and he's got to learn how to keep his composure. I'm not sure what Pete's going to do. I'm not sure what the NFL will do because, DK did get ejected from that game, which of course just
Keep
added to
your
the
hands to
fire.
yourself and just don't lose your control.
Right.
All that lesson in training went totally out the window. But then again, we were talking about a guy who likes to dye his hair purple. So
And still stuck on a
whatever.
pacifier. So
Whatever. He's always been an odd creature. He's always been a little odd in his nature. He's just a little different. But he's got to
mhm.
manage that. He's like the Draymond of y'all Seahawks. Jeez. I need all this headache.
We don't
Too
need all
much.
that.
Too
It
much.
is a lot. It's a lot. And unfortunately, hopefully,
Costing you guys
hopefully.
wins. We could be actively out there effectively playing.
I mean, luckily that game wasn't a close one, but let's say this would have
Right.
happened during the Dallas game when it was close. And side note, we did play better than the Eagles, and we'll get into that. But yeah, so DK Jugador Loco. But this one, I mean, this is the Jugador of all Jugadors right now. Draymond Green ejected for his third game this season. How many games are we into this season right now? Like 20, 24, 25, and he's already got 3 ejections.
Yeah, his last one was just his last suspension was like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, so this one it came down today. The NBA is suspending him indefinitely at the moment. He's going to have to work with the Warriors as well as the NBA, as he has to seek counseling and follow all recommendations and whatever criteria they're going to ask of him. But what this man did like a whole 360 windmill punch against New
Wasn't
York
even
in
a
the
punch, it was
face.
a slap. Okay, I watched the game in real time.
Yeah.
When you look at it in fast motion, you think, yeah, it's a little unintentional, and the flop may have been a little dramatized. But when you slow that footage down, why turn around and slap? Like, what was that for? It was just
What was the
unnecessary.
point? Like, you knew there's a player behind you. It wasn't like the guy
Yeah,
went
it's
up
just
like
unnecessary. I
he didn't go
mean,
up to him face to face and just straight up smack him in the face. It was,
no,
he turned
no,
around, but
no,
you knew the guy
no.
was back there.
No, I think it's a lot having to do with his past actions. I think it has a lot to do with the apology, because the apology didn't come off sincere. It came off like a
The
little like I
apology
was
was bad.
exasperated
Yeah.
of
It wasn't
having to
really apology.
apologize for something.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of those factors that play into it. But I mean, his tactics are no different from when Lynn Blair was playing down in the low post against Jordan.
Listen,
I mean, we're in a different space now with these games. You can't be too handsy. You can't
this
be too
ain't the
forceful.
90s, the 80s no more.
Yeah,
We
you
can't
can't
just
be too
start tumbling
aggressive.
to the ground having
No,
WWE matches in
can't do any
between.
of that.
So,
So, but you can't
and
smack the guy. Like you
and how does
literally
this
turn around.
and how is this affecting the Warriors now throughout their next X amount of games while he's out? I mean, he's able to
I mean,
practice
it
with the
really
team, but
shouldn't, because they have an effective bench, so it's up to their coach. And I
yeah,
honestly, the coach and the organization is at fault of this. This is Draymond. You guys have never done
they keep
anything to
allowing
nip
it.
it in the bud, hold them accountable, do any of those things. Jordan Poole is probably sitting back there smiling like
Laugh.
he just saw Thanos getting all those rings. You know
Knew
what I
this
mean?
was happening, right?
Like,
This was gonna happen one
I
way or the
mean,
other.
this is who this guy is, and you didn't pull the reins on him as an organization and as your coaching staff. Like, none of you guys can control this Wildcat. None of you,
At all. Nothing. No.
especially when the Golden State Warriors don't stand on the principles of violence. They've always been outspoken with social
Absolutely no.
injustices and everything
Mm-mm.
else, but you let this guy get to do his thing
This guy gets to do whatever.
and
He
put your
gets to
head in the
run.
sand like an ostrich. Like, just put your head
He
right
gets
on
to
your butt.
run the playground like it's
Yeah,
his.
yeah, just
So
yeah. So it just doesn't match. Doesn't match the branding. Doesn't match anything that they do. So something had to happen. What's the wake up call? What's the rock bottom? Maybe this will be it. I don't know.
we can only hope this is the rock bottom. I mean, what else? I mean, what can go? You can't even think about that.
I
But that's
mean, what could have gone terribly wrong is Nurkic get concussed, or could have gone unconscious, could have done anything. A lot of several different things, and these are same type of
right.
occurrences that Draymond gets into scuffles with. With Rudy Gobert, could have kind of went on a sleeper hold. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios to any incidents with Draymond. So
A lot of things could happen,
a
and
lot of things can happen,
unfortunately,
but
yeah.
hopefully this gives them a chance to reflect, gives the team to kind of know their wrongs and maybe their accountability on some of the mistakes they've made with trying to help him
Well, he needs to
develop and
get
be
it together.
part of the
He
team.
needs to. He
But
needs
he's
to
out of
get it together.
control, and you got to get it together. Yeah, simple as that.
This last one,
Well, there's
I
only
can't
three.
even. No, there's 4. It was the
Oh,
last
there's more.
one. This is Jevin and Jarek Allen. These are high school football players in Texas. Both were arrested, assaulting one of their coaches after the game in the school parking lot. Jevin was benched for bad behavior during the game, and him and his family decided to go confront the coach in the parking lot. The verbal threats turned physical. Coach had marks. There was witnesses that could corroborate the coach's story. They get arrested. Like, what are you in high school?
They needed to, and the family members needed to too. The parents should have been hauled on right on with them for encouraging that stuff and
for allowing all that, right?
Exactly. You still missed one Hugadoris. I'm sorry. And I know we're going to talk about it later with the Chiefs, but I'm sorry. Pat Mahomes gets the Hugadoris Locos. I'm sorry. You flashed out for no reason, sir. You turned into Angry Kermit the Frog on a legit call.
The Kermit meme that they were pulling.
Crazy and loco, I don't know what is. You literally have lost your mind trying to blame the refs on a very blatant call that was necessary. Like, you, sir, went Hugadoris Loco. You really did.
Yeah.
And he admitted to it.
I know.
We'll talk about it
you
later.
had sent this one.
Yeah. You laughed at all the wrong person.
Too much. Way too much.
Tony can't get that smoke, but the refs can for blowing the whistle on it?
Not to mention, they said he went offsides like 3 times during that game.
You lost
and
your mind.
And they're going to be mad that the refs don't call it when they first see it. Well, who cares if the play ran out or not? Just because, yes, it was a phenomenal play. Like, absolutely could have been one of the greatest for the season.
Oh, yeah.
Pass to Kelsey. He flips it to Tony.
I love the flea flicker. I was all for it.
But what can you do?
A
lot of us wish we could get plays back. A lot of us wish we could have plays back. But didn't go right.
You think we don't get those kind of same
part of the game
situations?
Sir,
you went nuts. You went nuts for no reason. You turned into Angry Kermit for no reason, sir. Be angry about your team missing 30-some catches this whole season. Think about that on your receiving time. Think about being mad at your team being down 14-0 in the early start of this game and y'all playing catch up. Be mad about
Think about the numerous issues you've already had dropping passes all season long.
Like this season. Don't be mad at that. Don't be mad at the refs.
He's just mad because it was like this was his turnaround. This was his shot to make all the wrongs and drop passes miraculously disappear.
Stop it, sir. You have lost your mind. So I give the honorary Hugadoris Locos next to Draymond. The next participation trophy goes to Pat Mahomes for his utterly crazy play.
Hey, shout out to Heather Reddy. She's in the chat. She said Patty sure didn't see a problem with that phantom holding call that cost Buffalo that very one.
He sure did.
One very important game. No,
she's absolutely right. Sure did not.
I mean, I think we can all agree the refs have been making some bad calls throughout the NFL. There's been a lot of PIs. There's been way too many flags in some games that we've seen. But, we can't go back on that. And the fact of the matter is, like in every game that comes down to the wire, you should have done something better throughout the game so it didn't come down to the wire. If you would have been up, that wouldn't have mattered.
You're the Chiefs. Why are you playing catch up? Why are they up ahead of you 14-0? Like, I don't understand. So stop it. Stop it.
Big stop it.
And then the way you displayed your behavior to Josh Allen, poor Josh Allen, he didn't deserve that.
That was probably the worst because I don't think I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes be a bad sportsman until I saw that and was like, wow, really? Like, you think Josh made that call? It's not Josh's call. Like, why are you mad at him? He didn't have a ref
catching heat. Like, Josh was like, what the? I just showed up to work. Like, what?
He's like, I just came to give you a handshake. I came to meet you at half field and you want to come vent on me? Like, no, bro.
All of it, my ear sounded like Kermit the Frog venting about the
no.
Like, sir, no. All right.
Excuse me.
All right. Go that way.
We got to get into some Vegas news. We got to give a big shout out to our girl Chelsea Gray with the Las Vegas Aces. She was doing the broadcast for the Duke team as well, but just got started off with joining the Kings broadcast team. She's started. I think it was yesterday. I believe she started last night. She joins She joins Kyle Draper, Matt Barnes, Morgan Reagan, and Mike Bibby for the NBC Sports California broadcast. That's her on the right during the game. They talked to her about the Aces team, that the girls are still going crazy, partying like it's 1999. These girls are in these
all season
streets.
until it's time to get back into that till the season starts.
Listen,
we still champions. What are we talking about? Yeah, absolutely.
they were at the Raiders game. First of all, they were at the in-season tournament Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
They were there for that. You saw they supported Candace, who was there in the mic with the guys from TNT. She was also the Aces showed up for Sunday's game with the Raiders. We'll talk about that in 1 second. Yeah. But the ladies are out there. And listen, Kia Stokes is out there in a boot on her little roller wheelie out there doing major things. So shout out to
maybe major things on that court. That's what I need to see. Major things happen on that court. But I love it that the girls are out there just taking in Vegas. And
that they're not having necessarily to be out overseas, playing overseas. Right. Obviously, these ladies are making money here. They're making money. They're doing appearances. They're having signings. So it's great to see that they're able to stay here and be doing these type of things with their teams. So
it is.
Big ups. Yeah. Hey, Mo, we got to talk about your Raiders. I mean, you still believe in them, right? Or no? Are we?
I still believe in Santa.
You still believe in Santa? Okay. And you still believe in the Raiders.
Santa. That's good. Raiders. Eventually, I don't know when the tide is going to turn. It had to be one of the worst displays of football I've ever watched in my entire life. Praise God to my dad for selling his tickets and actually profitizing from the melee and not us having to drug up there and sit around Viking fans and be humiliated walking out with all our Raider regalia.
So
you can't do anything.
This was the first game since I don't know what they say, in 10 years, since 2007. It was the first game since 2007 that's ended at 3-0. It was 0-0 until the last 5 minutes of the fourth. Take a look at the numbers on the right. The punt, missed field goal, punt, fumble, punt, field goal, interception, punt.
Yeah, they come on. And then they put up Golden Knights numbers. That's
more than them. The Knights had more points than them in the second period.
They did.
Same night.
That's a score you see on a Golden Knights game when the Knights are winning or something like that. You never would see that.
And it's not the Vikings were obviously not exceptional. I think I'm curious to see what happens offensive wise for the Raiders. We know that the defense obviously did what they had to do. They held them down. They kept it on them to not really score at all.
And still felt bad that they let them go with 3. And I'm like, you have no reason to feel bad whatsoever. You showed up and did your job. We had every opportunity to convert off of defense, and we failed. We failed with the coaching. I have to give a shout out to sports pundits of Channel 8 News because they nailed it. You need to really look at the interim offensive coordinator, because what he did was he took a playbook out of Mike Lombardi, I assume, because you're making plays, run plays, and pass plays, just like if it was Mike Lombardi out there. He has to go. I mean, there's a serious evaluation that needs to happen. Does Antonio Pierce not deserve a coaching job? I would not say that. I think he definitely does.
I wouldn't say that after this one game. I think you can't judge his head coaching over this one game.
But if I had the chance, they say, well, if you put Jimmy Garoppolo in, he probably would have thrown 5 interceptions. Well, we don't know because you didn't take that chance of putting Jimmy Garoppolo.
Is Jimmy hurt or is he actually able to play?
He's able to play. He was if he's there suited up with his hat on, he was ready to go.
Why didn't he at least put him in for? I mean, you're down.
Listen, if the coach of the Vikings puts in another third string puts in their third stringer, why can't we go back and square one? Now, had that been Kirk Cousins out there, because they were 11-0 last season, around this time, Minnesota was. Yeah. So had it been Kirk Cousins, we probably would have got owned. But it wasn't even Kirk Cousins. It was 2 backup quarterbacks making it happen. One didn't, the other one, let's put Pitts in. What was he doing? Throwing bombs. What would it have hurt if you put what do we have to lose if you put Jimmy G?
You had nothing to lose.
We had nothing to lose. And that was the
what's the hate on Jimmy G right now? We've tried the Aiden O'Connell. I mean,
Ain't no Connor
With
ain't that guy. And you didn't send a message to him saying, hey, buddy, your job's on the line too. You can be replaced too. No, you let him stay in the
the
whole game
position is
for what?
fluid. The position is fluid. We
It
just need
needs
to
to be fluid.
win.
That's the message. You need to know this ain't your, you ain't earned this spot. Like you didn't do that by showing an example of putting another.
No,
Now I'm not saying Brian Horton need to
absolutely
come in, but Jimmy Garoppolo definitely could have came in. What does it hurt?
not.
What does it hurt?
What is it? Nothing at this point,
Nothing.
especially
If
when
we're
it's
sitting here
that
on
kind of
goose
game.
eggs, like we literally laying eggs in halftime.
Oh
Literally
my
laying
gosh.
eggs in the
Oh
third
my
quarter. It wasn't even until towards the fourth. I thought we were gonna have an overtime game. The first overtime game that was a goose egg in
Yeah.
years. That hasn't happened in a very long time. Listen, that's since World
Unfortunate.
War II, according to
Unfortunate.
Sports Center.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
It's just
You also
sad.
saw Justin Jefferson in and out. He came back after
That was his
being
debut night, got hurt, and he had to sit down. But shout out to Logan Reaver because he nailed every single point on Channel 8 about this game and what the real is. You cannot be positive in reporting the news on this. The only thing you can be
Mm-mm.
positive about is
You
how
can't
defense
hype
showed
up
up.
the Raiders when they look like that.
No, the defense looked amazing, but there's only so many times Max can go out there and bust his butt and get hurt, and Nate Hobbs and all of them. And you just have to be real. And we have a short week. We have a Thursday night game tomorrow.
Very short week. You guys play tomorrow
Divisional
night.
game against the Chargers
Tomorrow
at
night.
home
And
in the Alps.
Justin Herbert is
Mhm.
out. He's out for the season.
Well,
Another
that gives us a
quarterback
chance.
injury. And Keenan Allen's out. So there's a chance there. The cards are stacking in your favor. However,
We need to properly execute. That's all I got to say.
where's the
And you
offense?
handing
Where's
Josh
the
Jacobs
offense?
the ball when Minnesota's just defensively on him is not the move.
Yeah. So the NFL winter meetings are taking place. They announced that you all know the Super Bowl is here in Vegas. I think it's like 59 days away. So shout out to Vegas
Yeah.
and Allegiant Stadium that will be hosting it. They did announce that SoFi Stadium will be hosting the 2027 Super Bowl. So that's going to be a good look for SoFi.
Yes,
of course,
it
their first
is.
time.
2027. Here I come. I still want to see that stadium
Yeah.
so badly.
Listen, I need to go too. Who are you telling?
I do
need to
too.
go.
More
They
Homewood
also
than against the
announced,
Raiders.
I'm waiting to see who these teams are going to be because next year in Brazil at the Corinthians Arena, which is there on the left, they will have an NFL regular season game to be played next season in 2024. Brazil.
Oh my God. And the weather will be perfect.
Hello. It'll
Slight
be
humidity.
like their spring, summer.
Right.
It'll be
Slight
wonderful.
humidity, but it'll be okay.
It'll
Oh,
be
I gotta be
amazing.
there for that.
I'm
too.
almost hoping my team goes there so I can go see. I'm
You
gonna go to
gotta be- if
Brazil
our
next
team
year.
doesn't, I just want to be in Brazil. Like that's dope.
That part too.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't even watching Monday Night Football. Okay, we had two underdogs win. First of all, we had the Titans beat the Dolphins, which who would have thunk it? Derrick Henry, 2 touchdowns. Will Levis, who I knew was going to be great, but it took him a little while to do it, took 2 touchdowns in the last 5 minutes, led the team down. The Giants beat the Packers.
Yeah,
The
Jordan Love just
Giants
did not have a great game. You gave me
beat the
7
Packers.
fantasy points, sir. Like that was awful.
But if you can't give it up for Tommy DeVito, listen,
Oh, I'm loving it.
and his agent, we're talking straight Jersey, we're talking Sopranos.
Yeah.
I mean, just watching the Peyton cat, Eli and Manning go talk about him, Eli and Peyton talking about what's in the bag. Oh, it's Tommy Cutlets. Yo, hey, forget about it.
Forget about
Mind
it.
you,
Yeah, exactly. Loving
DeVito's record as a starter has already surpassed and then some those for Danny Dimes, who is
that's a doggone shame. Maybe DeVito's the guy.
Terrible.
Maybe this is our guy.
Maybe DeVito's the guy. I mean, listen, his whole family is in there. They got the whole crew, the aunties, the cousins, all the Tonys, all the Anthonys, all the, everybody's up in there having a good time. So hey, it's nothing else. It's a good show to watch.
All the Maries, everybody's a Marie.
Yeah.
All the Maries.
All the Maries.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
And not for nothing with Miami though. We'll go to that game.
Yeah.
The Cheetah was hurt.
Of course, Tyreek got out. He had an ankle injury.
Yeah, ankle injury. Girlfriend told
which also killed my fantasy team.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
Still, the cheetah was hurt. It was kind of tough. But yeah, I wasn't seeing that coming. I wasn't seeing the Green Bay loss coming. I kind of was kind of on the fence with that one a little bit, but I just was trusted in love because he just performed so superb last week that it's like, okay, he's on.
And the Giants,
And it's the
like
Giants
we're
of all
we're talking
teams.
the Giants of all
Right, we are.
teams. I'm not going to be mad though. The Packers loss does help the NFC playoff wild card picture some for the rest of us. The Rams had lost too, so it helped a little bit on my end
Yeah.
since we had a terrible loss against to the Niners, but to be expected. I mean, I could only hope for the best and plan for the worst on that one. But
Well,
I did listen. There was a rematch of almost an Apple Cup of an Apple Cup spectacular. So you had the Bengals against the Colts. You had Gardner Minshew from the Colts, former Washington State quarterback, against Jake Browning, former Washington Huskies quarterback. Again, the Dogs came out victorious. Shout out to Joe Burrow because he actually loaned his suite to Jake Browning and his family, so they were all there in attendance. It could be in his suite versus out in the cold because backup quarterbacks don't get that kind of special
right. And that was really
special
nice that he was
treatment.
able to do that. That's the least.
That was super sweet of him,
Well,
and
that's the least he could do. The least.
and they got to win. They got to win for you too.
It works. Shout out to my boy Dennis Lynn. I'm so glad that you are recovering well and able to tap in. Much love to you. Prayers to you still continuously. This is a guy who's a Seattle Seahawks fan. He's with you, Mel. So
Hey,
about them
go
Seahawks.
hot. Listen,
He loves them hot, Sonny.
It's a tough one, but hey,
yeah.
And then we woke up on Sunday to Gino's not playing. It's Drew Lock. And so then your expectations go even lower. And Drew did actually fairly, I mean, he surprised a lot of us and being able to hang it. The game wasn't a blowout till like it got till the end. So it did good. It was just, it was the Niners. Like it's hard to beat.
It's hard. I get it.
You're not going to hear this
even deal with the fan base
but the Niners and Cowboys are on fire. And my only saving grace this season is that between both those annoying fan bases and the two teams I dislike the most, only one of them can make it to the Super Bowl. And that's my saving grace because
and which one would you prefer out of the two? Which one would you prefer?
I don't even know.
I know my choice. I pick Niners all day. I don't want no Cowboy, nothing.
But see, then it's going to be the quest for 6. And the one thing is that I thought, okay, let them get in there. Okay, Miami, Chiefs, Buffalo, someone has to take them down. Ravens even. But none of those teams look good enough to take down either the Cowboys or the Niners. It's like either the quest for 6 has to get fulfilled or the Cowboys finally get a championship in the last 3 decades.
Well, I don't want that to happen. So it's got to be.
I don't want either one. Maybe there's something happens and the Super Bowl gets canceled. Heather said Niners all damn day. Listen, I can't even pick. All I know is that whoever on the AFC makes it, that's who I'm rooting for.
You're right. I mean, your options with and I'm not even going to count the Dolphins out because they're 9-4 to Baltimore's 10-4.
Yeah.
We still got them in the wings. And honestly, for a sleeper, I'm just putting it out there. My sleeper, Jaguar.
Listen,
you never know. Jaguars may possibly be that team to go to the big dance.
And it's really it's only one game. So it's any given, Monday would be Super Bowl Monday, but any given Monday, it just takes one game. Like, look at how the Seahawks beat the Broncos the first Super Bowl that, supposed to be. Like, no one expected that against Peyton Manning and the Broncos.
Exactly.
And they barely scored to 6 points. Like, that was, never know what's going to happen. We never
Dare I say those Jags might be moving up a notch too. They quiet right now. I'm thinking they might be the sleeping giants.
Speaking of the AFC standings right now.
Oh, it's awful.
They're all 7-6. The wild card, the wild card is
the
6
is
teams
crazy.
deep.
Look at the wild card game. Look at all that. And the Broncos are of all teams.
Insane. I know.
was
Shout
not
out to
seeing that
Fetch.
coming.
We know we all love our boy Fetch. He is a Cowboy fan, but because he's in Denver, he loves supporting Russ and the Broncos. And shout out to Russell Wilson and Sierra. They did have a beautiful baby that was born, Amora Wilson, so they've got another baby there.
Oh, yeah,
She
I
was
like that.
beautiful,
She's so
beautiful girl.
cute. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, so Sarah's got the 2 girls and 2 boys. We'll see if any more for the Wilson clan. But
hey, for all that money he makes, he can have a whole fleet.
hello, between
can
the 2
afford
of
it.
them.
Let the legacy keep rolling. Be like Shaq with the big family and just,
Heather went back to, she said 30 teams are still in the hunt. What
time to be alive. You're right about that. I know. That in the hunt thing, I
That's
read
insane.
that.
First of all, we're getting into week 15.
I know.
We only have 3
more
weeks
weeks
left.
How's that going to work? All the teams got to be knocked out this week. Or
you know what that means?
Definitely.
You know what that means is that those New Year's and the Christmas, New Year's, and the week after New Year's games are going to be vital. And those are usually the games that no one cares about because they've already made it to the playoffs. They're already completely out of Seattle goes to Arizona for the week after New Year's. That game could be the deciding factor on maybe if we make it into a wild card game. Who knows? It's just so wild.
I'm not even. We're not even considered. The honorable mentions that no chances. No chance.
Do you want to also know what's wild? This Saturday at the LA Bowl between UCLA and Boise State, Rob Gronkowski is going to be singing the national anthem.
Well, if Flavor Flav can do it, Rob can do it.
I mean, he might do better than Rob. Better than Flavor. So
Flav didn't sound too bad. Flav's a musician, but let's see what Rob can do. Rob's a party boy. He might have a voice.
He's gonna be there. I can't remember. I think it was like a military band that he'd be performing with. So maybe they're gonna be assisting him in some point. But the fact that he doesn't
even have to belt it. He just needs to carry a tune to the band.
And that's all.
If you do a nice, respectful carry the tune to the band, then I don't see this being any kind of issue. As long as he's not trying to belt it out and know his octave range. He knows he can't go high, can't pitch to, mezzo soprano.
They said, hell, they let everybody sing out
I don't
here.
expect him being a baritone. I don't picture him that guy, but that's going to be interesting.
I mean, maybe it'll be interesting to see what happens. I can't specify.
But they've been letting people sing out there. Roseanne Barr had to sing an anthem one year. I mean, they let people. They do this.
Everybody's singing it. Yeah. So with the injuries in the NFL, we've talked about Justin Herbert being out for this season. Justin Jefferson going and getting back. He said he will be playing versus the Bengals this weekend. Tyreek Hill was out versus the Titans. CJ Stroud went out. Josh Jacobs hurt his knee in the game and went out.
Sure did.
2 Browns defenders are out. One is out for the season, I think. One of the Bears defensive ends out for the season. Like, injuries are ridiculous. And bear with me, this is a little bit of a long Gridiron Heights. But this Gridiron Heights speaks volumes to what this season is looking like.
I believe
buried on the depth chart and left for dead.
This Blue Jean baby's fixing to scram. According to my calculations,
it's time to kick some ass. They were never the first choice, but they are the last hope.
We're losing starters at an unprecedented rate. I will struggle at first, but then ultimately avenge you. I call it Operation Playoff Bird. The mission, manage the game, and minimize turnovers. It can be done.
Now these hired guns are back up and running.
It's a suicide mission, but there's one thing I've learned. It's better to die a starter than live as a backup.
What you got, kid?
Time to let this cat out of the bag.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm black.
This AOC doesn't pass bills. I pass bonds.
No, you can't make me. No, Zach, we gotta get. I said no. I got a guy who can take care of a thing.
Hey, forget about it.
This December, the B team is the A team.
Oh yeah, we gonna eat that W. We gonna sting like a butterfly and pop like a weasel. We gonna go.
Hold on to your britches. We gotta make one more stop. So will you join?
You guys, no. I'm a leading MVP candidate.
The B team. and sometimes the C team.
Oh, sorry, Dobbs, you're out.
That's
Sometimes the
fantastic.
C team.
And the funny thing is, Brock Purdy definitely is out on the B team squad. He's
Right,
like, look, I'm paying
right.
to be MVP at this point. Like,
They call Jake Browning Jake
Burr.
Burr. They got, I
Yes.
mean,
Josh Dobbs.
Flacco was the Joey, or Flacco was one ring. I mean,
I loved it. That is hilarious. That's why I love Gridiron Heights.
I
They're
love
crazy.
Gridiron Heights,
They
man.
are
I love
crazy.
them. I love them.
And I mean, the Browns put in a battle against those Jags, you know, and
Yeah,
then
they
went down.
did.
They went to war with them, but I still think Jags is a sleeper to go further. But you don't know. AFC is very confusing. I don't know what's going on. Like
It's a
7
whole lot.
teams for
Yeah.
wild card, ridiculous,
I
unheard of,
I can't.
and not a Patriot in that whole list.
Bill Belly doesn't want to talk about what his term is up because he don't even want to think about it.
No.
We got to get some NBA. We got to talk about your Lakers. They took home the in-season tournament.
They sure
They
did.
they played great. I mean, AD was playing phenomenal. You know, you got to give it to him. You got to give it to LeBron. You know, a lot of those players, even like the local boy from Vegas, Maxie Lewis, barely make $1 million or so in their contract. So this one thing, LeBron said he was going to go win this thing so that everybody had cash in their pocket. Everybody got $500K.
Shout out to Austin Reeves, who really brought it in the second unit. I swear to God, he was the one that legitimately should have got the MVP, in my opinion, because the man balled out and put his heart out there. He even played in the semifinal game when LeBron sat down in the third quarter and didn't play the second half because we were just blowing him out of there. So he had a chance to rest.
It's
and
Vegas.
Be a high-flying circus out for Saturday.
Yeah,
of course.
Sold out arena.
I already know where it's heading, but I'm shouting out AR-15 when no one else does.
Yeah.
And I'm shouting them out tonight and the last previous night because we won tonight against those Spurs who go down to 3-20 now. Wimby who? Wimby what? Whatever.
I mean, one man can't do it all, right?
No,
and he's not even doing it. So
that's all my Wimby whatever. So we're 122 to 119. We're gonna take that win. We took an L the other night, but we're bouncing back.
So what about your thoughts on the in-season tournament banner that's going to be unveiled and hung in crypto on December 18th home game? Because Chuck got an issue with there being an in-season tournament banner going up in crypto arena. So anybody else out there got thoughts?
I don't have a problem with that if they won.
Okay.
If any team wins an in-season tournament, their banner should go up in their arena. It's an add to another accolade to the franchise.
Do the Aces have Commissioner Cup? I don't remember if there's a Commissioner's Cup.
I don't know if there is, but maybe there should be. What does it matter? They won. Chuck being petty right now.
Chuck is mad because they, now they're talking about, LeBron the GOAT now because he's got an in-season tournament. Jordan never had one. Kobe never had one. Well,
they never had him then because there was no in-season tournament to begin with.
Yeah.
Stop these comparisons. And not for nothing, Chuck, your Phoenix Suns beat us the other night, okay? By 2 points. And I was really tight about that because that was a game we could have won with no KD and a few other extras.
I needed that win. I needed that win for my parlay because I blew my parlays all
really
weekend.
Played his butt off. And, the ball goes to LeBron. He shoots threes. Was not enough when he could have gone in for the N1. He could have traveled to the end to the goal and made a layup and got fouled. And we could have probably went into overtime or whatever the case may have been. But it did not happen. So you got your just desserts from us losing to Phoenix the other night. Like, but it's our team. We win a championship, we get a banner.
I mean, you can do what you want. Whether you put it up or not, it's your team. You make the decisions on whether you want to do with it, How
about go back in time and take it up with David Stern when he was probably conceptualizing this? Better yet, just talk to Adam Silver. Something.
Speaking of David Stern times, to be a fly on the wall. The Chicago Bulls announced they're going to have their inaugural Ring of Honor. I'm surprised that the Bulls have never had a Ring of Honor before, but they have the inaugural Ring of Honor, which will be headlined, of course, by Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. First of all, just Jordan and Pippen in the same building.
Yeah,
Just
how that's
curious
gonna
if
work out.
Marcus and his
Future,
ex are going to be there. But
future
it also have
somewhere.
it'll have 13 other men as well as the 95-96 team that went 72-10. So you got Phil Jackson, Joey Cross, Tony Kukoc. So, but there's going to be a private gala at United Center on January 11th, and that's where I wish I was a fly on the wall, because can you imagine Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen? I mean, we already saw them the one time when it was like the top 50 of the NBA that came out
Right.
last game. That how we saw the vibe, we saw kind of what the commotion was like. But this will be interesting. And then they're going to have a halftime presentation on January 12th versus the Warriors, because Steve Kerr will be there and present as he was part of that 95-96.
Right. Well, y'all need something being 9-16. I guess you need some kind of beacon of hope.
Well, if we could have anyone
hopeful.
that would be, healthy and stay healthy and not want to be traded and everything else, I can't.
We
The
we
Bulls are
need
a hot
some
mess.
kind of excitement happening in that.
They're a hot mess, but a hotter mess. Hot, emphasis on hot. The Detroit Pistons, 0-20. 0-20. They don't play, I think, until tomorrow. 0-20. Then Detroit, Wingstop. My bad. Wingstop is going to be giving away 5 free boneless wings when the Pistons win. You just got to enter code Pistons to win. Free wings. Free wings.
Monty Williams gonna lose his job.
I mean, you really need to at this point.
He's gonna lose his job. He's gonna lose his job being 0-20. I mean, it's sad, but it's gonna be a hard truth that he's probably gonna lose his job.
Yeah.
It's inexcusable. I don't know you got Tyrese Maxey, you got some people. I mean, you got young Tito's. I mean, part of being a coach is, and it's not like, let me look and see what their scores have been in these games, because I don't think they've been losing like blowouts. I think they've been coming.
But they're losing, like losing 20.
But I think they're coming to close
20?
finishes and can't close out. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, he's gonna lose his job though. He's gonna lose his job.
He might lose it sooner than later.
You about to lose your job.
Lose your job.
You about to lose your job. He really is, and it's unfortunate.
I know someone who's not losing a job.
Oh no. Can we talk about
Shohei Ohtani?
Can we talk about
This
Showtime?
man.
And I don't mean them Lakers. I'm talking about
Showtime so he's staying in LA, just transfers like, a few corners around a few
freeway exits off, and he's in Dodger
freeway
Town.
exits. He just recently hit the highest jersey sales on Fanatics. He's number 1 in 48-hour period. He just took over. He beat out Messi. And Messi was a hot ticket for that jersey.
Yeah,
Ohtani's jersey in 48 hours. Listen.
Hey, I'll take it. And I ain't mad at the contract.
I'm sorry. Do you see this though? Just that the $900 ticket for his Dodger debut doesn't even include a seat. It's standing room only for $900.
I believe it. Because if we're not going to opening night with him, we got to go another night.
We got to go. Where's
162 games in baseball. We don't catch it.
Where's Gabe at? Where's he coaching now? Miami or
Gabe's
Florida?
at the Marlins now.
So we're gonna have to get a Marlin Dodgers game in.
I hope it's on the schedule. I pray it's on the schedule, and I hope it's in LA.
It has to be, because they've now played every team at least once.
Yeah, that's true. And I hope it's an LA game, then, not down there.
It better be in LA. Yeah, I hope it's in LA too.
But a shout out to, hey, listen. A shout out to Ohtani's management team.
$700 million. He's only getting paid $2 million a year, but after them 10 years, $680 million.
Yeah, you'll probably get 400 of that, which I get because the money decreases in time. But he don't have to pay them California luxury taxes. He did the smart thing. Yeah. I don't want my money taxed in this big expensive state.
And they say he's making like 50, 60 million just in endorsements a year already. Anyway,
absolutely.
So what do you need that much money for? Like, what are you doing with it?
How are you feeling in the Japanese culture world now that you guys have a great symbolism?
Listen, and not to mention the Korean player too that just got picked up, I think, by the Giants. Yeah, he got a good deal. And the other kid from Japan is like, he's really, everybody, like, I know your Dodgers are trying to get him. I know the Yankees have been trying to get him. Like,
people don't understand that Dodgers got that Yankee type of money too.
But they don't understand that, I think the other thing I wanted to mention too is that everybody's like, oh my God, baseball and this big money. Like, yeah, show Ohtani's getting 700. I'm putting my kid in baseball now. First of all, go back and do some research on how these kids in Japan are training for baseball. It is nothing like you see here in the States. They are
Oh no,
on
they
a
tiger moms and
whole
dads with it.
different level. Like they
Oh
are
yeah.
getting shipped off to baseball fields to live and stay and play. And listen, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. If I had kids, they'd be playing baseball too. But the way that they train in Japan is like on a whole different level than what they're
I
doing
believe
out
it.
here too.
I totally believe it. But if you can
Yeah.
run, hit, catch, throw, I mean, why not put the kids in baseball?
And you're pitching and hitting. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
Ohtani, like, come on.
we
Like, you
needed
can't.
that. We needed that. And after his post surgery, I think he'll be a little bit better for
Hmm.
us to be. We'll get a new and improved on that. But at this
Absolutely.
point, for the money that they've spent, for the money of the first opening home opener, for the money of the jerseys, it's got to be World Series or bust. That's where I'm at this point. You get a
Gotta be
man
big.
like this, World Series or bust. And for him to defer his payment even allows us cap space to grab more players. If Joe Kelly could come back, that would be great. If some other people we get this, it'd be great. So this was a smart business move by Ohtani, a smart business move by the Dodgers. Wasn't sure if we were going to get him or not. Everybody this whole entire weekend was on pins and needles. Drake trolling us with the doggone Toronto Blue Jays jersey with Ohtani's name on the back. He flew out there and had steak and crab within the top. That was just
He was
all.
trying.
That
He
was just
was
all just
trying.
trying to just cover his bases before the big announcement. And I
Yeah.
love how he went on Instagram to announce it. Put up
Hey,
that Dodger
so
blue logo and said, "This is where I am." I
me and Mo got to have a little one-on-one with our listeners now, and want you to check this out. So before we get into our girl power and our NFL picks, we definitely need to discuss what is keeping. I know me. Listen, we got to talk about this right here. So this is Magic Mind.
yeah.
This is, first of all, it's like magic literally in a bottle. You may have seen other people talking about it. I know Joe Rogan's talked about it in his podcast. I know other podcasts have talked about it. This is like the cure all for concentration, being productive, having energy, relaxing, decreasing stress, no more anxiety. It's like if for all those people out there that drink a ton of coffee, like I might drink coffee when I need to go into work. Like yesterday or today and tomorrow, I'm in the office. And for me, I've been working at home since COVID. I've been
Yeah.
working from home since COVID. Me having to be up in the office all day today, it had to be this. It had to be the Magic Mind shot. And listen, if anybody knows, you all know me. I am the most pickiest person, probably everybody knows. I hate a lot of things. I hate veggies. I hate things that taste funny. I hate textures that are weird. I was praying this wasn't going to be bad, right?
It's not.
I can drink
actually
I can
tastes
drink
really
it. I
good.
drink it by itself. It literally is like a shot of
I
water
did
with a
too.
little
I didn't
flavor
mix it with
water.
any smoothies or anything like that.
Nothing.
I take it to the dome and it's good.
And it tastes
actually has a
good.
great
There's no
taste.
bad aftertaste
There's no
or nothing. It
aftertaste of
tastes
that. Right. I was just
refreshing.
about to say that.
Refreshing. It's almost,
is.
and then here's the deal. It's not to replace your coffee. Like you can still drink this, put it in your coffee, put it in your smoothie, whatever you want to do. Personally, I take it by itself because I feel like I'm getting it immediately right after I take it, have a
Same.
cup of coffee to go. But the point of this is that it's lasting you all day.
Yep.
So that means no 2, 3, 4 cups of coffee throughout your workday. That means no Red Bulls, energy drinks. And check out this little factoid here on the right. Look at the sugar compensation of these drinks. One Magic Mind, 3 grams. A Red Bull is 27 grams.
Oh, yeah.
A Monster is 54 grams. A Rockstar, 63 grams. So if you're even trying to be healthy, period, let alone be awake, be anything, these are gluten-free, keto-friendly, vegan-friendly, paleo-friendly. Like there's everything that you might be on or can't do or can't this. This is okay.
I feel like I lost some weight off of those things because honestly, it's not like it suppresses my appetite, but I just have so much energy and I just feel refreshed. That
I was
don't
able
wanna
to
eat
be
any
in a
junk.
training all day and stay awake.
Yeah.
Stay awake.
Like I do this and drink my water through the morning at work and stuff. And oh my God, I feel good. It's like
So
you know how you feel fuzzy and foggy in the morning, like you're just dragging. As soon as I
Well,
drink
you
this,
all know
I
I'm not a
literally
morning
woke up.
person. You're not a morning person. We are not
No,
morning people.
not
So
at all.
I know like my clients know not to call me at least 2 hours after my start time because I'm still processing being awake and having coffee and getting through emails and phone calls. One shot of this and my day started in 15 minutes, let alone, and then I'm talking about work and production. Like you guys know, I just moved maybe like what, 2 months ago. I've had boxes and bags still to unpack. I've just been putting off because I've been like, screw it. I'm being lazy. I don't got to worry about it. All of them's gone. All the boxes and bags gone. I took this about, I think last weekend and I got through it all. I organized, I laid out carpets, I had rugs I put down, I took the Christmas tree out, like production that you're not getting just from like,
right.
It's like, I feel better.
Well,
I will say this
I
too.
need some more.
Yeah.
I'm on my last bottle and I feel like I need some more. So I need the people at Magic Mind. Just, it was very nice of them to send us a courtesy package. And we had to split it, which I'm kind of like, I hate
kind of
that.
hard on, right?
Because I only have one bottle left.
This
and
is my last bottle
because
too.
I take it at work. I
this
keep
is
it in
my
the
last
fridge at
bottle
work,
too.
And I keep it in the fridge at work because I know I have to go to it when I go to work.
I know. So listen, here's some
bottle.
of the good news. These are gonna start being sold at Sprouts come the beginning of January.
Oh,
So you are welcome to go to Sprouts, try one out, see how you like it. But I'm putting, you see the ticker tape on the bottom here.
Yeah.
If you go to magicmind.com/girlchat and you can do, you can get a subscription for these for 56% off your first subscription, and you get 20% off your first one-time order or subscription, either or, if you use the code GIRLCHAT20.
Hey.
So you go online. You're welcome to do it. Just take our word for it, because
I'm not lying. I'm really.
If you know me,
no cap whatsoever.
The fact that I can drink something green, really period, is like phenomenal in itself.
I was worried about it because you open a bottle and you smell it to see like, oh, what the smell like? What's it doing? As soon as you drink it smells natural. It's good. It's actually really good. Like it's definitely something you can drink and not feel like anything. It actually has a great taste.
We also got to mention the ingredients of it. So there's matcha. Yeah. Matcha's in here. Matcha contains less caffeine than coffee does. So with all that, it helps prevent the spike. So like if you drink coffee, after you drink it, in about an hour to 3 hours, you get that spike in cortisol levels and the caffeine crash. We all know the caffeine crash. That's why you go drink your second or your third or fourth cup. You won't get that with this.
No, not at all.
You got the, and I'm not good.
How about it curbs me from having coffee? I don't even eat coffee after drinking it.
That's why you don't. The ashwagandha. I don't know. So it reduces stress and anxiety. When I tell you, I won't say anger issue, but things irritate me real easily, especially in trainings when people are asking dumb questions, not letting the trainings be over. I didn't get upset at all today. There was no irritability in me. It was almost amazing. You also got lion's mane and cordyceps mushrooms. Mm-hmm. So those are both help to reduce inflammation. And for me, anybody over 40,
I know.
I feel like
and I'm telling you,
I had your immune system.
No type of that going on. My arthritis flare-ups in my fingers I usually get, none of that.
I sat in a chair for 8 hours today, and I literally did not have like the pains that I have every day. Listen.
Oh my God, it's so funny that you say that, because when I drink that, my knees are not hurting like if I wasn't to drink it.
The inflammation
I literally went up the stairs, up and down the stairs today. I could jog up and down the stairs today at work to go up and go down. Like I had no problem in boots. Because I'm on my second to last bottle of that.
Listen, I fell after the Husky game at the Apple Cup. I missed I missed a curb, and luckily I was holding on to my friend, so I kind of got caught myself. But I swear, I don't know what an ACL feels like, injury. I can still walk, but it hurts sometimes. I can't even feel, today I didn't feel nothing. I went up 3 flights of stairs twice or 3 times today for the training. Felt nothing. Felt good.
I need to get
Look how much energy I got. I've been up since 5:30. It's now 9 p.m. This is usually, I should have had a nap by now. I should have had a nap. I should have been.
Didn't need one. I didn't take one when I got home either. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I just was.
But the one thing about this too is that since it's not the caffeine, you can fall asleep. You're not strung out at night in bed like on a caffeine kick. So listen, do what you got to do. magicmind.com/girl
Yeah.
chat.
I'm about to say I
You
saw
can
the
go
code on
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you get out. I mean, you can wait till they go to, they're going to be at Sprouts the beginning of January. You can wait till the beginning of January just to try it out. I know I will be going back on in the next week because I just got paid.
And Sprouts
And
is right around the corner, and they do the 15 bottle pack or the 30 bottle pack, and you just
15 or
$30
$30 pack. And you can get the subscription to be every month. And you get, not only do you get the discount for a subscription, but if you use Girl Chat 20, you get the 20% off.
And it's
For
free
this
shipping, so you don't even have to pay the shipping fee on that either.
Talk to me. Tell me about it.
Yeah, free shipping.
So, hey, we
That
appreciate
thing right at your door.
Magic Mind for finding us, for blessing us with this new
Right.
concept that literally is going to change both of our lives. And maybe one day when I start going to the gym, it'll help out there too.
And it has that organic agave in it too. Don't forget that.
Yes, the agave.
Like that sweetener.
Here's the deal. Go on the website, read all
agave.
the instructions. You know, I'm not a scientist. I don't understand all of the ingredients in there, but it's not a lot. The ingredients are natural. These are all wonderful things that aren't doing nothing terrible to your body. They're giving you all these benefits of great focus, more productivity. You get increased attention. It's like you less anxiety, less stress,
I know people
happier.
I know.
I can be a morning person finally. I can maybe be a morning person. So make sure
to be a better feeling morning person, that's for sure.
Right? People will be okay to talk to me in the morning. It won't be bad. It won't be bad at all.
No, it won't.
So.
And it tastes really good. Like I can't even keep describing how it's good. Like it's good. Like I was like, oh, this is good.
It's look at these. It's so good. And I look how the cute packaging. First of all,
and I love the bottle and the product placement.
I threw this box right so it doesn't have to be refrigerated either. So you can literally doesn't have to be refrigerated unless you drink it or open it. Unless you open it, but you're just taking a shot. And then I prefer in the fridge because when it's cold, it's so good.
That's what I'm saying. I feel it even better. I just keep it in the fridge. As I said, I got it in the fridge at work. And I was worried because I had some coworkers that are familiar with Magic Mind. And like, oh my God, I heard about this stuff on Joe Rogan.
They're not trying to jack your stuff.
I'm gonna back up off my Magic Mind. I have to hide it because I don't want nobody, you know what I mean?
No. Like, don't do that.
Go back. Get your son. So I'm gonna tell people at work about the code because they could go on and put that code.
Give them the code. You can also, if you missed the show or if you're listening to the show and you're not seeing the codes, it'll be in our link tree, which is in our bio on our Instagram. It's in our bio on Facebook, on Twitter. So hit our link tree. Hit up the Magic Mind link there. You can get the Girl Chat 20 code from there and find this amazing stuff that we've literally been blessed with.
100%. 100%.
Absolutely. Again, so shout out to Magic Mind, but we need to talk about real quick some girl power. I don't know if you remember, we're old enough. Some of those that are younger out there might not remember Jermaine O'Neal, but Jermaine O'Neal's daughter, Asia, was drafted #1 in the overall in the Pro Volleyball Federation, which is, you know, the new Vegas professional team that's going to be out here at Dollar Loan Center. So shout out to her. She #1 in the Pro Volleyball Federation. We also got to give it up to LSU. They've had some, they've been in the news for a couple things here and there, but they just set the program's record for most points in the game.
Do you see that 133?
I'm sorry. They scored over 30 points every quarter. Mind you, the team they played didn't even score the whole second quarter. The whole second quarter didn't score 1 point. LSU's making these aren't even WNBA numbers. These are NBA numbers. These are 133 points.
Yeah, as I said, these are NBA points.
And I also want to shout out to LeBron and Bronny. Bronny had his debut at USC, had his first points, played well. They didn't, unfortunately,
lost.
But shout out to LeBron, the family who stayed and watched Juju Watkins and the USC women, because Juju, Listen, I think LeBron knows Juju is that girl.
And he's a big supporter of WNBA, and he loves the women's sports as
Absolutely.
well, as much as he
Absolutely.
does the men. So shout out to him.
Yes.
But I gotta give it to the team that they played against. That player, what, he scored 60 points, the one from Beach.
Yeah, they put it down.
They did.
Listen, there's a girl on the Utah women's team that's amazing. Is it Peely or Petey or something like? She is insane, and a bigger girl too. Like, she's there's some women out there. Listen, all I gotta say is they get this expansion team going. We already got San Francisco coming 2025. Get one more team. We need room. We need spots for some of these women because the women that are in college basketball right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's why having the one expansion is probably not enough.
Well, they're gonna need another one. I mean, they're gonna have to make it too. They're gonna have to. So.
And
come on, Kathy, make it happen. Make it happen.
They will. Kathy, we're in it. Oh, and I gotta just do. I know we're on our girl power, but I gotta give it up to the high school athletes too, especially Master P's son, Mercy Miller, who scored 68 points in a high school basketball game. Like
68.
68.
Make him say,
Make him say, So this will be that one kid that goes pro possibly instead. Because Master P has tried out before in G League and stuff like that.
Yeah. He's been in the All-Star games and whatnot.
All-Star games. So Mercy though. Lord of mercy.
Mercy.
Wow. 68.
Lord of mercy.
Lord of mercy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. Let's get into some picks because we're already going overboard here. I had some sneakers, nothing crazy. I did want to show you these. We got some Nike All-Terrains that are coming. The Nike Off-Whites. These are crazy. 2 different colors. The Terraformas. This will be on the 21st.
Who's designing for Virgil now?
I don't know. But these look like a weapon. I could probably kick somebody and hurt them.
Yeah, they did a sneaker version of that too.
The golfers out there, the AJ6 Low Golfs, the smoke will be out. And for all the Powerpuff kids out there, they got the Powerpuff Girls Nike Dunks.
I did see those getting released, and I saw the little trailer for it, which is super cute for those dunks.
And I like the little eyes in the back too. They got great colorways.
I would actually go for those. They're different.
Yeah. So shout out to the Powerpuff. Okay, so we got week 15. I think I quoted in our like get ready for the show thing as week 14. We already passed week 14. Mo, you won. You took the reasonable team bets there. I was just hoping for the best from teams I didn't want to see win, but of course we've got currently a 7-4-2 record right now for this season with 3 games left. You could tie it back up if you win these next 3 weeks.
Oh my God, wish me luck on that. But I did beat you in the fantasy league too this week for Girlchat.
And you know why?
You had a lot of men down. A lot of men down,
and I kept people out that I shouldn't have. I made a swap late. Listen.
It's always the last.
Jalen Hurts ain't done nothing for me. Nothing for me.
No, I get it.
Anyway, but congratulations to you for winning.
Thank you
for beating me in that. So Thursday night here in Vegas, the Chargers, Heather's team here in Las Vegas against your Raiders. I mean,
I'm gonna go with my Raiders. I
gotta go with your Raiders too.
If I believe in Santa Claus, I believe.
If there's a comeback game, this has to be it.
Well, you said to your point, Keenan Allen's out, Justin Herbert's out. I mean, the offensive weapon, those 2 offensive weapons alone is giving us an edge. So I don't like the spread being -3, but I'll take it. Not sure what the over and under was for that game last week. I need to start looking at over and unders of some of these games because I would have never guessed a 3-0. But that's behind us now. We got to keep moving forward, pushing forward. So I'm going to go with those Raiders. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Okay, we got the Vikings at the Bengals. They still have a quarterback issue over there, but listen, I'm down with Jake Browning. I'm 10 toes.
I am down with Jake Browning too, and as long as his family's sitting in Joe Burrow's suite up there.
Joe Burr,
yeah,
or Jake Burr. They're calling him Jake Burr. Jake Burr.
Yeah, I like it.
It's all good.
So yeah, I'll go with the Bengals as well on that.
All right, Steelers versus Colts. And with him, I still a fan of Minshew. The Minshew mania is still there for the Colts, though.
This
I
is the
don't know what's
7 and
happening
6
with
we're
Pittsburgh.
talking about. This is the
This
two
is
teams that are
tough.
7 and 6.
It's coming
Someone's
down
gonna
to the
be knocked
wire.
out. Yeah, this is that wild card 7 and 6 situation. And you know what? I'm gonna just go the opposite of you. I'm gonna see what the
Okay.
Steelers do.
All right.
Steelers haven't won anything the last few weeks. Maybe this is the week. I don't know.
All right,
Minus
here's a
1.5.
big
It
test.
doesn't give me much chance.
All right, Broncos at Detroit.
A huge
Russ
disappointment.
had
I'm
a
so disappointed in
baby.
Detroit last week. So
Me,
disappointed.
listen, what happened to them? They've fallen off the last few
So
weeks, like
disappointed.
not playing to their caliber. Even defensively, it's been a shocker.
I'm so disappointed, and I don't want to bet on the Broncos, but I'm going to go with Detroit.
Me.
I'm going to give you guys another chance,
Facts.
but
Facts.
yeah, you can't do what you did last week.
All right, we got Atlanta at Carolina. I'm going to go with the Falcons. They had a great game. They won a game. They lost to Tampa last week, but they've had
Yeah, they did.
They're against the Panthers. The Panthers at home.
I mean, the Panthers are 1-12. I mean, it's an Atlanta win.
At this point, just keep sucking, get you a new quarterback.
Yeah, right. Get you your first round draft pick.
We also got the Bears at the Browns. Justin did all right. Last week.
I'm gonna tell you something. These Browns,
you beat the Lions.
They did. That's what I'm saying. Last week, I'm very shocked. That's what I'm saying. But I don't think they can strike. I don't think lightning strikes twice with them. The Browns are in a battle. Like, they are really at war right now. Every game has been a struggle game for them. Mm-hmm. They've got a -3, but I'm gonna pick them just for one reason. Okay. Myles Garrett.
All right.
If he can defensively make stops against the Bears, they may have a chance to do some things. And they're in the dog pound, so I can't.
I hear you.
I
love the Brownies, but I gotta go with Justin again, just because I need him on my fantasy wise, because Gino may be out again, and who knows what that's going to look like. I feel that he needs to start making his way, because the Bears will go pick another quarterback next for a draft if he can't get it together here.
Yeah.
Shape it up or ship him out.
Yeah.
All right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Green Bay. I don't see Jordan Love. Hopefully not screwing this one up. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks.
Again, two teams tied with 6 and 7. They're not 7 and 6, but they're 6 and 7. So one of these other AFC teams.
I think most of the NFC is 6 and 7. Most of the AFC is 7 and 6.
If one of the teams in the 7 and 6 rank go to 7 and 7, we in some situations right now. But
what you got?
I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I'm not gonna give up on Jordan Love. I'm gonna write my love letter to him. I have him in my fantasy league. I need him to do better. I am going to start him because my other backup is Geno Smith in my one league, and he's done. So
yeah. All right, we got the Jets in Miami. I don't see Miami falling off this one.
I don't either. And shout out to Zach Wilson for winning last week. And saying that, hey, what's the worst they can do? Bench me again?
I mean, the Texans didn't even show up for the whole game. Like, what are you doing?
No, they didn't. But I think for sure Miami's going to show up this game. Hopefully, Cheetah's ankle has well rested. I need him to kind of ball out for me. So I'm going to roll with Miami.
All right. Tommy Cutlets heads to New Orleans.
Man, listen.
The Giants and the Saints. Did they even decide? I mean, is Jameis playing right now? Who's quarterbacking this team?
It's Derek Carr. Still there. The Saints fans are realizing what the Raiders, we don't want to put you in.
Have been dealing with for the last.
But we told you so. We told you.
Listen.
But I don't know if they're going to beat them. I don't know if the Giants are going to beat them in New Orleans. I'm going to roll with New Orleans just because it's my second team. I usually have a little space in my heart for them. Not for Carr's sake, but just because they're in that Mercedes-Benz Dome. So I'm gonna roll with the Saints.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna roll with the Giants. Let's go Saquon.
I know.
Saquon had
But
a
Alex
decent
Kamara been
game.
balling out. I'm trying to see what Kamara gonna do. If
Yeah,
Carr can't do
that
it,
too.
Kamara's been showing up and doing his thing.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. All
I'm
right, the
gonna roll.
Texans head to Tennessee to face off with the Titans. This is their second road game. Can the Texans make it happen?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna roll with the Titans. They're just on a roll
I
right now.
believe
They're
so
fighting for a
too.
spot. So
Yeah.
Derrick Henry seems to got reactivated. So I'm just gonna roll that way.
All right, Chiefs at Patriots. I mean, they better not mess this one up.
For the love of God, two of my worst
Could you
teams
imagine?
that I don't like.
The Niners. Oh, sorry, you didn't
I
even
have
pick.
to go
I
with
assume-
KC. Oh yeah. I have
Of
to go with
course,
KC.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Niners at the Cardinals. Unfortunately, that's not much of a game either.
No, it's not.
We got the Commanders at the Rams. I would hope for a Rams loss. I'll pick Washington. Let me just go with Washington.
Yeah, go with Washington. I'm gonna go with the Rams because every time I pick the Commanders, they don't win. So maybe they'll be better luck with you if you pick them.
All right, we got the Dallas Cowboys heading into Buffalo. We've got the new Josh Allen, maybe the new Stephon Diggs, maybe James Cook had a good game last game. I got to go with Buffalo. I gotta go against.
I cannot stand the Cowboys. I cannot.
I know. What are you gonna do?
I cannot. But I'm gonna pick them. How about that? I don't want to pick them, but I'm gonna pick them because
I think you feel like I think you do.
Because I wanna jinx.
I know
them.
you want to, but you want to win this. You want to win this week. I feel you.
Yeah, I want to be that hater fan though that wishes that they don't win, but like by picking them winning to jinx them.
All right, we got the Ravens at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now that's gonna be a good game.
That's a Sunday night game. God,
you know what? I'm going with my boy Trevor. I like Lamar. I'm going with my boy Trevor Lawrence. I'm telling you, they lost last week, not by much, but he slipped up. I think they can pull it off in Raven country. I don't know. I feel like it's an upset game. You gonna go with Baltimore?
I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
You can't help but go with Baltimore. 10-9, like
go.
You can't, but this is what I want to see. I want to see that action.
I hear. I mean, listen. I need one of these teams to get out of here and make it and beat whatever NFC team comes out.
Because I'm telling you, Ravens are number 1 in the AFC with 10 wins. That's it. And the Jaguars are slowly behind them with 8.
Monday Night Football. This is the game that got flexed earlier. The Philadelphia Eagles are in Seattle. Let me get back to my previous point early in the show. When we played Dallas, we played them better than Philly played Dallas this last weekend. If we can keep that same energy, if Geno can be healthy, we don't know anything about Geno yet. He had a growing issue.
Going to be active to play.
Listen, JSN has been doing more than DK had. DK had a great game in Dallas, but against the Niners, it was like iffy. JSN got the first downs. He's been pulling in those targets. We've got 300 or 400 tight ends they can throw to. I mean, Charbonnet, the glass of Chardonnay has been good for us. I got to stick to my Seattle.
I don't think the Eagles are going to lose twice in a row.
Okay, I get it. And that's understandable. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to lose 2 in a row either. However, if there were a team to possibly do it with the 12s behind us,
absolutely.
Maybe it's happening.
I can see you guys.
And if we are in the throwback jerseys, because the throwback jerseys, we played phenomenal against Dallas. We got the L. We won last time in the throwback. So if we can get those throwbacks going again, I foresee an underdog winning again on Monday night underdog games. The Monday night underdog games. I'm telling you.
I think if you know where the neon, I think you guys will be straight.
Okay. All right. Hey y'all, that's our show.
But I'm gonna roll with that Philly real quick. I'm just gonna see what these Eagles
do. I got you down for Philly. Again, if you're just tuning in, if you're just catching the end of it, if you're listening on one of the audio formats for the podcast, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to Girl Chat Sports, check out the videos. Watching us is way better than listening to us. I don't think we have the greatest voices, but I think watching us is awesome. I think seeing the pictures and the videos that we share. Of course, you got to check out the Magic Mind. literally one of the
Absolutely
best
do.
products that I've tried in a long
Yeah, it's
time.
really
And
good.
this picky girl right here loves the heck out of it. So make sure you
Yeah,
get
it's good.
there. Make sure you go to our link in our bio. You can get the code to try it yourself. You can wait till it's out at Sprouts. Buy the individuals at Sprouts when it starts there in early January. But we thank the people at Magic Mind for sending these over
Yeah,
because
that was very
they're
nice.
gonna make some changes over here for these ladies. Let me tell
Right?
you.
Okay. Okay.
All right, y'all. That's the week. We do have a guest next week, so we'll catch you next week, week before the holidays. And good luck out there, Christmas shopping, Christmas tree lights, getting the Christmas parties through.
All of that.
We're almost out. We're almost out the holidays.
We're almost out of 2023, the Jordan years.
That part too.
The
I think we're
Jordan
done.
years have been very interesting. My bingo card is
Interesting.
full.
And I
don't have any more
believe, didn't Mercury retrograde start again today?
Did it?
I think so.
That's
Yeah.
why everybody's acting
Until
all weird. That's why the pets were
Yeah.
acting weird. Everybody was acting weird at work today.
There you go.
All right.
Well, I think we got through the rest of I think it ends like the beginning of January. So we just got to get through it. Just got to get through it, Mo. And this will help.
It sure will.
Period.
Magic
All right,
Mind.
y'all. That's our show. We're going to catch you next week. Have a good time. Later.
Later.